Good evening. A little bit of wax on action. Uh, Found this thing out in the. I was out garbage picking. It's like Musashi was saying. He's like, look, when you use wood, like first you can use it for scaffolding, then you can chop it into wedges, and then after you're done using braces and things like that, that unessentials, you could use it for firewood. Same thing with this. You know what I'm saying? So, see, I noticed one time when I was chilling out at the dude's crib out in Vassar, uh, I had an axe, or there was an axe out there. It was an old axe, so it was kind of beat up, but I was spinning it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, how in the heck did I even learn how to spin like this? You know, or uh, twirl, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I realized it could be done. There's just every different thing's got its own its own fulcrum. Basically, this is how you find a fulcrum. You're like this. There's the middle point. You know what I'm saying? It's equal there. But basically, there's a movie called Abraham Lincoln versus Vampires, and this would be a similar type of motion as he was using in that movie. Like this karate guy, man, I was telling him one time about how I had these extra long nunchucks and how they were made out of heavy wood. And he was like, this is all he said. He said, watch your ankles. Later, hit my ankle with that thing. And I remembered that he said it. I was like, dang, how did he know that? Well, obviously, he must have done that before. Just like with the nunchuck. Watch going backwards because you'll hit the back of your head. And when you spin them out like this, or, like this right here, look. It's good sometimes just to duck out the way of your own movement just to be safe, because if you get too relaxed doing it, you will hit yourself in the back of the head or even in the head. I've hit myself many times getting too crazy, pushing it a little too hard, being mindless about it. But it's good because it wakes you up. It remembers you. The pain makes you remember that if you don't do it right, you will get hurt. Like a sword, a two-edged sword. You swing it the wrong way, you could cut yourself. You're not immune to your own blade. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good lesson to learn. Yeah, sometimes you got to learn to get out of the way of yourself. Basically, it's weird. That's a lot of the reasons why a lot of times people trip. It's because they got in the way of themselves. Yeah, another Musashi talks about sword before the body, and then like body before the sword. You know what I'm saying? You just trade places basically, and it's a maneuver and a strike. It's a dodge and a strike if you know how to do it right. And yep, it's good to drop things sometimes too, because it's makes you try harder not to have butter in the hands. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed too, like I've learned how to do this a lot better, and this is a lot to do with learning how to nunchuck well. Opened up this ability, then doing the hand things gave me the ability to do these type of maneuvers. The water grip is what I call it. It's just a shifting grip. Uh, so different maneuvers open up the door for different maneuvers. Yeah, and here's another reference to the baseball. Like I said, as a thrower, it's like being on the pitcher's mound. But when you go to close range weapons like this, you step into the batter's seat. Same thing. Someone throws something at you, you want to be able to knock it out the way, or at least get something in front of your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And then reduce the size of the target. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so it works both ways with it when it comes to baseball and when it relates to martial arts training. Yep, see, I do all these maneuvers in nunchucking right here. All these same patterns. inside grip, outside grip, smaller circle. You know what I'm saying? Smallest circle right here, medium circle, then large circle. So this applies to every different aspect of everything when it comes to body mechanics. The small circle, medium circle, large circle, inside grip, outside grip. Then I learned this maneuver from this guy Jake Mace. He's got a good channel. And then it's like after I learned how to do it with the bow stick, I realized you could do it also with the sword or a bludgeoning weapon like this handle. It's like an old sledge handle. Look how big that end is. Bam. Yeah. If you really want to know how to cut things, yeah, split wood. It's a great exercise. It's this motion. You know what I'm saying? It's a full round. Then you always go backwards too. Switch the grip. Yeah, you definitely, when you got things long like this, definitely watch your ankles, because all it takes is a wrong swing. You don't get yourself out the way. It's not going to feel good if you it doesn't feel good when you catch something hard to your bones. You can take it in the muscles. It slaps a little bit and stings, but in the bone, man, it'll rock you, man. You'll be sitting down for a while, for a few days. Sometimes, trust me, I know. Pushing my limits sometimes. I pushed them a little too far in the wrong area, confined area. Paid the price in many different ways to learn those lessons, you know. But then I take this a little bit more serious than